really a day of joy for the people on the International Fabtalks. We are really happy to connect with such people and personalities. Today, let's celebrate the life journey of Dr. Sudhakar Sivasubramanian. He is joining us all the way from Tirunelveli. It's in the southern part of Tamilnadu. Thank you so much, sir, for being a part of our journey. That is, thank you for sharing the space on the International Fabtalks. Thank you for taking out some time for us. And welcome to the session.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time. We are really honored to have you here because we know that you've really contributed a lot to the academic sector and as well as to innovation and research. With your permission, I go ahead and share your profile and then we begin the session.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Friends, it's our duty, responsibility, you could say, and a pleasure as well to share the profiles of our celebrities and guests. Today, our celebrity here is Dr. Sudhakar Sivasubramanian. Let me share his profile and you'll get to know as to who sir is. Dr. Sudhakar Sivasubramanian is professor and head Department of Biotechnology, as I mentioned earlier. He's connected to Manonmaniam Sundaranar University, Tirunelveli, Tamilnadu, India. He's a professor in the Department of Biotechnology at Manonmaniam Sundaranar University, as I mentioned earlier. His research focuses on the cell and molecular biology of regeneration using the African earthworm as a model organism. So it's all about that little earthworm which really helps the farmer, and how sir is going to share his experience with this little creature. Let's see. Remarkably, when the head of the worm is amputated, it can survive without its mouth and brain. Within a week, it regenerates its mouth and resumes feeding. So let's get to know more about it and how sir has entered into this zone and why. And complete head regeneration occurs in about 3 weeks. That's what sir says. I'm not from the science background, but I'd love to hear it because I regret not being from the science background. And many of you like me are there out who regret not taking up science when you were in college. Professor Subramanian's work with the earthworm has led to the identification of genes responsible for social behavior, which can provide valuable insights into autism. That's wonderful. It's really something new to us. Like many of us, like you and me, we have no idea of it, but we'll get to know about it from sir. His research has also found that lithium-ion contamination can trigger autism. And European studies have corroborated this, showing a significant increase in the birth rate of autistic children, if I could put that right, showing a significant increase in the birth rate of autistic children in lithium-contaminated areas. If the environment is like contaminated with lithium, I guess children may be born with this disorder, that is being suffering from autism. Additionally, his laboratory has developed techniques using the earthworm to detect toxic radiation doses. This is also something you all need to know, my dear friends, and other toxic substances in the environment, which could really be very dangerous for the unborn child. And for all of us, it could be. The completion of the earthworm's whole genome sequencing in his laboratory, revealing 24,000 genes, provides a valuable resource for more molecular biology experiments. If I could read that once again for all of you, the completion of the earthworm's whole genome sequencing in his laboratory, that is Dr. Sudhakar Sivasubramanian's laboratory, revealing 24,000 genes, provides a valuable resource for further molecular biology experiments. So today, let's get to know more about this wonderful person as to how he's connected with the earthworm and why is he doing it? What does he want the people to understand about life? Let's get to know all about it. So I'm excited. I'm sure you all should be so. Hello, sir, and welcome to the session once again. Thank you so much for being here. Your profile is really very unique. And there are many parents out, maybe expectant parents or the parents who really want to become a new mom and dad. It would benefit a lot of people with regard to your research, which you've been doing in your laboratory. That's really nice. But first, I'd like to ask you one small question. I've been sharing from my side a bit about you. How would you describe yourself as to who is the real Dr. Sudhakar Sivasubramanian? Over to you, sir.
Say the question again.
I would like you to share your thoughts and views about who the real Dr. Shivasubramanian is. Who really are you? I mean, you're from the science background, you're from the biotechnology field, but we'd like to know it from you as to who the real person is, Dr. Sudhakar.
Okay. Okay. Actually, uh, I completed BSc chemistry degree, and then microbiology MSc I completed. Then I joined as a molecular virology for PhD. Okay. Then I went to US for about 10 years, where I learned the hardcore molecular biology. And as a postdoctoral responsibility there in US, in the University of California. Then I got a job in Manonmaniam Sundaranar University, and I came back. Actually, the place Tirunelveli is my native place. That's one more reason I came back. And then I explored the science using the worm, earthworm. And now is about 17 students got PhD from the area of earthworm. And they were in different countries. Some of them are in Sweden, some of them are in US, and likewise in several countries the students are working. And yeah, still I'm doing the work using the worm.
So now, when was the first day you held the worm in your hand? As a little kid, as a youngster, or once you entered into the field of being a professional?
Okay, I touched the worm when I was around 6 or 7 years old to catch the fish. Actually, it's a bait to catch the fish. So I'm from a village sector. So we used to collect the worm from the soil, and then we use it to catch the fish. Then, after returning back from US, so my training was to understand the difference between cancer cell and normal cell. Okay, that's a training I got it from US. And with the support of DST, DBT, and many other funding agency, the laboratory was erected in Tirunelveli. So it's a fully loaded laboratory. So whatever the questions in molecular biology, we can use it, utilizing this facility in the lab. But what happened, continuous power cut. Initially, I'm exactly it's 2009. So I'm building my laboratory with the help of funding agencies. And what happened initially, the 4-hour power cut came. So I purchased a UPS to manage the system. Then the power cut went to 6 hours. So I upgraded the UPS. Then it went to like 10 hours. So I couldn't do anything. 12 hours done. That's all. Now the laboratory is not usable because of lack of power. Because the laboratory was in a village. Okay, it's called Alva Kurchi. That's foothill of Western Ghats. So a heavy power cut. So I couldn't use the laboratory. So we worried what to do. Then I came to know about the worm because another senior professor just retired from this department. She was using the worm, earthworm. Okay, she trained the farmers how to culture the worm, how to rear the worm, and how to generate the manure, and the vermicompost, how to generate manure. And she was helping the farmers. So I used the worm for my experiment. So basically, the situation pushed me towards the earthworm research. So lack of power cut, that's the reason. And now I'm a researcher in the area of earthworm. Okay, then our exploration started. To do the research in the earthworm, continuous power cut is not needed. And continuous water flow also not needed. And continuous money flow also not needed. Okay, this is not like it's a high-tech technology, but we don't want any continuous flow of money. Without money also we can do certain type of research using the worm. So we are comfortable to train the village students for the science.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, I have a question. The African earthworm. Now, is that available in India or do you have to import it from Africa, something like that?
The name is called African worm, but it's available around the world. Okay, it's not there in the polar region, but in different country the worm is available. It is believed that the worm is originated in Africa and it's abundant in Africa. So we are calling it as African earthworm. Okay, so it's called invasive worm. Is for the India, it's invasive, but it's there all over India, and people are using. We gathered some information, and we came to know that close to 10 lakh small facility in India, they're using the worm to produce vermicompost.
Okay, that's wonderful. Thank you, sir, for sharing. Thank you.
Yeah.
So now many of them will be interested to know, why did you select the science stream? Why not arts? Why not commerce and finance and all of that? Why did you select the science stream?
A science subject. Actually, my school life was not so good. Okay, I'm so naughty and enjoying nature much, not much focused on education in the school age. After I entered in the college, I don't know why I really, started focusing on science more. So during my BSc, I got a small laboratory in my home.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah. So that's a BSc story I worked on to make some a small machine. But till now, I couldn't do that. But the idea is, I could see a lot of development in that area that needs a lot of physics. At that time, I was a student of, chemistry department. And then, to understand chemistry and physics, a lot of mathematics required. Okay. Unfortunately, my school life was so poor. I didn't take mathematics as a subject. I didn't take much. So I'm a pure science person. So biology and um, physics, chemistry, but no mathematics. So I couldn't do better in the area of making that Mu device. So I failed. And biology, it does not need much mathematical, capacity. So, I can do better here. Yeah.
That's really nice. Thank you, sir, for sharing all of that. Thank you. As you said, you were a very naughty student when you were in school and connected with nature. I mean, that means you would have bunked school a lot. You missed school a lot. Did you do that?
Yeah.
Could you share some of the important adventures that you had when you skipped school? Where did you go? What did you do? Were you caught by your parents and teachers and scolded? If you could share that.
Actually, my village is called Atur. That's a lot of water bodies are there. Like we have a river, we have a channel, many different channels, water channel, and also ponds, many ponds we have. So we used to go inside the water sources and observing birds and catching different fishes, collecting different insects, flowers. Likewise, we spend a lot of time from morning to evening just to, exploring the resources but without any like specific aim. That's a real enjoyment. If you have any specific aim, then that will be a stress. But if you doesn't have any, if you don't have any a specific aim, just to explore, that's really fun. So I remember it's around 3-4 years I did that. From eighth standard, 9th and 10th. I think from 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Then 10th, the results were negative. Okay. Then I appeared again. And then, I came to a real academic line.
Thank you for being so honest. Thank you for being so honest. I could visualize the little boy, Sudhakar, walking around in the forest area and, near the streams and all of that. I could visualize that when you shared it. I could visualize that scene. So, were you Do you ever come in contact with a snake or some dangerous animal when you were connected with Mother Nature so freely?
Yeah, of course, yes. With the plant sticks, small sticks, we used to make a basket-like structure. And using that basket-like structure, we used to catch fish. So the bottom will be open and the top will be narrow open. Okay. The device we can put in different place of water, and then some vibration will be there in the basket. So the vibration can tell how big the fish inside. Okay. If it is big, we can have here the vibration will be strong. So I heard, I noted something really big inside. So I put inside, I put my hand inside and catch that fish-like structure. I brought it out. I came to know it's a snake, very big water snake. I was scared of snake. Still now, I'm really scared of snake. So I ran away from the place. Okay, that's the end of the exploration. Then I didn't enter into water again for such activity.
Yes, yes, I could visualize that as well. I could understand that. Yes, yes. It's really scary the way you shared it also with regard to vibration, and then you heard a big vibration without seeing. You just put your hand in, and then you held the snake in your hand, and that is the end of the exploration. That's really nice. Thank you for being very honest and sharing all of this. But nevertheless, it has given you a wonderful experience and exposure. That's really nice. So, one question. Now, the place where you used to move about as a youngster and enjoy connection with nature, is it the same now, or there are some changes, or has it changed into a concrete jungle, or slowly transforming into a concrete jungle as of now, or it's purely protected?
Actually, after returning, I returned back from US on 2007, end of 2007. So close to say like 6 years, I didn't go outside the lab. So mostly I'm writing to attract some funds, and then instructing students, because we have to develop the technology. That's not easy. We can learn technology, but it's to erect the technology in a place is not easy. So because the students fully we are the responsible to teach them, and then I developed some students, like 6 7 students. They are like now fantastic researchers around the world. After that, its life is easy, because the knowledge they can transfer from shoulder to shoulder. So senior will transfer the knowledge to junior. So my responsibility is not much. So it took around 6 years to do that. Then I started my childhood life again. So we used to go to forest and trekking, waterfall. Likewise, more than like 60 different places, waterfall I enjoyed throughout India. Okay. So any students, they are really outstanding. They contributed a lot. I used to take them. Okay. So the money responsibility all is my end. Just they will come with me and they can enjoy. So still now I'm giving this opportunity for those students. They are really good in science, and if they contributed a lot, I'm doing this kind of you know um, yeah, a kind of support.
Wonderful. That's really nice. That's really very kind of you to take them on field trips like that and be connected with nature. Yes, friends, you could avail this opportunity. Just pass the message that there is Dr. Sudhakar Sivasubramanian, who is giving a chance to the science students who are really very good with research and wanting to know more about nature, environment, etc. Thank you so much, sir. Now, sir, we shift the focus from your childhood to autism. Now, this is something very unique, which I'd like you to share with many of us, because many of us are unaware that lithium ion contamination could be a cause for autism. How would you like to take this question on and share your thoughts and your research work on this, please?
Actually, there was a girl. Her name was her name is uh, Nino. Nino. She's from Kanyakumari, the southern tip of India, and actually she's very bright. Okay, I asked her to do some experiment. using earthworm. So usually what we do before doing the experiment, we used to wash the worm. Okay, so she took 10 of the worms and she put in water to just for washing. And she came to know that immediately in the water, worm groups together. They hug them each other. They make a like ball-like structure. And she showed the thing to me. And then we wondered, okay. And so we want to understand why they are like hugging each other very tight. And then we worked on, uh, we came to know that it's a social behavior. Okay, being together, they can solve some problem. For instance, there is a rain, so a lot of water comes, and with the water, a lot of mud also will come. So worm may be buried inside the ground. Okay, so if it is alone, they will be dead. If they are grouped together, if they are in a group, then it's very easy for them to escape from that a deep, soil, because one by one they can come up upside. So one will come, a path will be generated, then another will come up, and the path will be extended. Likewise, the worm can work together and can escape from this horrible situation. So later we came to know that. Okay, so it's a very important social behavior. And then we came to know that if you cut the head, okay, now the mouth won't be there, the brain also won't be there in the worm. Okay, still the worm won't die. That's a gift, natural. Nature gave us such a gift for the worm. So without head, worm can survive. If you drop those worms in water, they are not hugging each other. They are independent. They are alone, like autistic kid. Okay, that triggered us to think more. Okay, so what's the difference between intact worm and brainless worm? What's the difference? The molecular biological difference. What is it? We want to understand. So for this kind of experiment, we need like 30-40 lakhs to answer the question. And the current situation, like 3-4 years, from last 10 years, I can say the situation is very different in India. Research is not supported much. Basic research is not supported much. Basic research is the mother of invention. Okay, generating a device is based on the basic research. Okay, but the basic research is not supported now in India. Okay, so but we published one paper. So brainless worm is not social. Okay, worm with the brain, they are social. Okay, so after removal of brain, the worm takes around 8 days, just a week, okay, to restore the brain. Okay, so we proved it. Okay, so on the 8th day, they are grouping together. Okay, the hugging business starts. Okay, so the brain, if you remove, they are not social. Okay, with brain, they are social. That stages we came. So with all the scientific evidence, with all the data, then we published it. So worm is social only with its brain. That's all. Okay. Then another fellow, he's also from Tirunelveli. Now he is working in Japan. His name is called Namachivayam Ganesh Pandian. Namachivayam Ganesh Pandian. He is a professor in Kyoto University. He went through the paper and he contacted me. So shall we work together and decode the information, decode the nature? He asked me. Then I happily accepted. At that stage, another girl is called Saranya. She's also from Kanyakumari area. And she flied to Japan. And then we, understood the genes which are functional in the brain. Okay. And genes which are functional in nerve cord. That's our, uh, the spinal cord. Okay. So in a worm, we are calling it as a nerve cord. So nerve cord gene functional detail we obtained, and also a brain gene functional detail she obtained, and she came back to India. The information is much complex. Assume we have a newspaper, 1 month of newspaper. We are cutting them into small, small pieces. Okay, 1 month newspaper, we are cutting them into small, small pieces, put in a big box, you know, then then take one by one, we have to assemble again. We need the data again, the newspaper again. Okay, such a difficult job. We did in Tirunelveli. And then we came to know about what happened to the worm. Okay, then close to 300 genes we narrow down. They are the reason for the social ability. Okay, so then again we published one more paper. Okay, so around 300 genes which are much important for social behavior. Okay, so we published it. Meantime, I asked one student. Okay, the brainless worm is not social. Okay, so in the laboratory we have more than like 300, 400 chemicals. Take one by one and inject. Let's see what happened. Okay, I instructed the student because if you have money, a lot of money in our hand, then we can think accordingly. Okay, we have a little bit money. Okay, and students are surviving by their own support, not by government support, not like any fellowship or anything. And so the student, they took one by one different chemical and they injected into brainless worm. And suddenly she came and told me, sir, if you inject lithium chloride, the worms are, hugging each other in the absence of brain. So I'm so happy, at that time. Okay, so lithium chloride somehow helps to improve the social ability. That's what we thought. Okay, and then after completion of the genetic information, the idea was different because brain we have the brain produce different proteins for their function. Okay, for better understanding, I used to tell the students the stomach produce HCl. Okay, and we are eating. Okay, so we are eating the HCl support us to digest food. In the absence of HCl, we can't digest the food. So if we eat, HCl should be produced. Okay, this is a genetically programmed. How much we are eating, when we are eating, okay, all those things will be calculated. Accordingly, the stomach will produce HCl. Okay, suppose HCl, maybe if HCl is produced in eye, what will happen? HCl is produced in eye, what will happen? Eye will be completely burnt. Okay, so the location of HCl production also important. HCl should be produced only in stomach, not in the eye. Similarly, eye has many different pigments to catch light, to convert the images into electrical. Then brain should process it. Then the image we could you get visualize. All those things is in the eye. So those kind of pigments, if they are produced in the stomach, what will happen? Okay, so it's very tricky. The point here is brain should produce its own protein, should not produce stomach protein or should not produce eye proteins. Okay, so now we are injecting lithium. The nerve cord is producing, started producing the brain proteins. If you inject lithium chloride, nerve cord is started producing brain protein. That's dangerous. That's really dangerous. Okay, it's already known that lithium is can modulate stem cells. Okay, can modulate the sugar metabolism. So many function the lithium has. So we in accordance with previous development of lithium molecule, our data also matches together. Okay, so lithium alter the gene expression. Brain produce different type of protein other than its own. Nerve cord started producing a lot of other protein. Okay, it's also, in addition to its own, protein, that's a dangerous thing. So that's what we understood. So that happened. So we got highly excited, and we published it with the help of Kyoto University, and we published the paper. Then we came to know that just after 2 days of our publication, another publication appeared from Europe. The European paper says, they worked on lithium contamination in Netherlands. Okay, different area of Netherlands. They tested lithium contamination in drinking water. So they have a map, lithium contamination map. They have. The same time, they took the survey. Okay, in which city, in which place, the autistic kids are more. Autistic kid, but where exactly is more? They took that data also. They put them together. They found wherever the lithium contamination is more, the autistic childbirth also more. They found. So we really shocked, and it's the expected one from our data. It's the expected one, and their data also the same. So now with the by the human data and also the worm data, they're joining hand to hand, and it says it really shows the danger of lithium. So lithium is everywhere. If you have watch, you have lithium. If you have computer, you have lithium. Okay. If you have a UPS in our home, we have lithium. Okay. If you have cell phone, we have lithium everywhere. But lithium as such can't do anything. It can't evaporate it. From the cell phone, it won't come outside. But if you throw the battery outside, in the soil, lithium will reach the soil. Okay. Then from the soil, it will reach the water. From the water, it can reach our body. Then all the problem comes. Okay. That's what, we think. I couldn't hear you.
Yes, I muted myself. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you so much. Thank you for that excellent information, sir. Many of us are unaware of it. Thank you so much for that excellent information. Thank you very much. And the way you put it very right, like a lot of research has been done into it, and you've connected with people in Japan, and there's even a European research going on. All of that you've shared with us. Now, sir, are female members more into research, or the male members, like students, the boys or the girls come for research? Who are more focused on research? You being the senior leader over there, the head of the department and all of that, where do you feel and find that, are the girls or the boys more interested in research, or both?
Actually, there is no difference at all. Honestly, there is no difference at all. When I was doing PhD, girls are weaker. Okay, like 30 years ago, the girls are weaker because they can't move easily. Okay, suppose if they want to travel long distance, they won't go. Okay, suddenly, they have to go to hostel, should take a meal and come immediately. They can't do, because they can't ride bicycle, they can't ride bike or anything. They have to walk. Now the situation is very different. Okay, students can handle bike nicely. They can ride bike nicely. They can travel alone. All this ability, all this freedom, girl student also got it. So it's depending upon individual. Boys also good, girls also good. But who is dedicating more? Both are doing. I have excellent boy a researcher from my laboratory, and also excellent girls, doing really good in science. So now no difference. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for being unbiased. Thank you so much. You see that both contribute equally to the research work that goes on. That's really nice. So continue, my dear friends, to be very focused on what you're doing. You could be of either gender, but still, you should be focused on your journey. Sir has said that both boys and girls work equally hard in the modern days, and I'm sure in the past as well. Of course, as you mentioned, they were not vehicle friendly. Like did not take up that courage to drive vehicles. But now I think they could even drive cars and lorries and trains, and I
Yeah,
think
no,
even
yeah,
airplanes.
that's a good thing.
Yes, that's nice. And thanks to the men who have given a chance to women to come into that space, to work together shoulder to shoulder, yes, without being biased, without having any gender discrimination. Now, sir, how would you want people to remember you? How
Say
should
again.
we remember Dr. Sudhakar Shivasubramanian? In what way they should remember you?
Who, my students?
Everyone, all of us. One fine day, we are not on this earth. We are all going to leave this earth. So when we are no more on this planet, how you want the world to remember you?
Uh, you
And
know, from site to site, my face is changing. You know, for example, in university, I'm a professor. Okay. Also, I'm visiting many schools and colleges. So, okay, so totally more than like 600 lectures I delivered. Okay. So those students may think, I'm a good orator. Okay. Can decipher the science information easily. Okay. The students who are working under my guidance, they may think, okay, this professor is dedicated in the research. Also, I'm writing in local language now. Okay, whatever thing. Now I learned a little bit, you know, uh, Tamil and can write popular article. So they may think, okay, I can write better. Okay, so it's depending upon the area, the pace changes.
yes, I get that. That's really nice. Personally, how you want to be remembered in the world? For what reason? Either for
Okay,
your research, for your oratory skills, or for your writing skills. For what?
actually, my mind always goes towards the science. So I want to recognized as a good researcher. Okay, so still we are working. Another 3.5 years are there for my retirement. You know, before that, I wish to publish a good paper. Okay, outstanding finding. I want to publish. Okay, that's the area. I'm moving because the first stage is research. If you have a good data, then we can talk nicely. Okay, if you have good data, then we can write nicely. Okay, so all the branches of me is because of research.
Yes, sir. That's really nice. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you, sir. Now, sir, on this journey of being a researcher, being a professor, completing PhD, guiding other students as well to complete their, theses and the research and all of that, what are the challenges you've been facing? What was the most difficult phase that you faced in your career till date?
The most difficult problem in India, okay, for researcher is funding. Okay, the government should give generous fund for the basic research. Okay, the situation is not there.
Why so, sir?
Suppose,
Why so? Why is it like? Have you all found the
so it's a
reason?
policy. It's a policy. They think it's a waste of money. The government thinks spending on basic research, we can't get it anything immediately. Suppose if they spend 500 crore, okay, immediately we can't take any you know money back. Okay, this is an investment. Okay, we can generate a lot of students. Okay, we can provide training for a lot of students. So normal student will become a scientist. That's a product. Okay, other than that, we can say that this goes up, that comes down, the molecular biological thing. Some basic information will give. For example, I can tell in this way. So in human population, you know, like a group of people have high blood sugar after meal. Okay, the fundamental finding is very much important. Okay, to find out diabetes. Then, if you have high glucose after meal, after 2 hours of meal, those people have a lot of problem, health problem. Then we can understand, okay, this is a disease. This is a some problem. Okay, that's all the such a data comes from basic research. Immediately, if a government wanted to support only the product, then innovation will be affected.
Right.
Product comes from basic research. Okay, so the government wants to earn money from research. Okay, so they asking us to propose a product. Okay, product production, product design is it should be it's connected with many engineering. So many we need to generate a product. Even though it's a biological, a biologist cannot produce a product.
Very
We
true.
need support of engineers. We need support of business people. So many things we needed. We are trained for biological research, basic research. So basic research should flourish.
Yes.
Then, we have to, develop, we have to set another group of people, to design products. Okay, where the basic research are also important, and we can render our support. The policy should be in that way, but the government thinks in other way. Okay, government thinks, okay, today I'm giving 2 crore. How much you are going to, earn and return? How much can you return it? If they ask this way, then basic research we can't do. Also, the student we can't develop. Okay, so like me, my teacher got all the information from his teacher. I received all the information from all the training from my professor. Okay, now I transfer all the information to my students. Okay, I am afraid this chain will be broken. Okay, for the higher education. Okay, if it is continued, the chain will be broken. Okay, we need money. We need money to train students. It's not literature. It's not journalism. Okay, it's science. We need equipment. We need chemical. Also, we need our own effort. Then only, we can generate some students to understand the biology. Such a population of students is much important for country.
Yes. I have a question. If the government is not giving the funds or not, releasing the funds, are there no private institutions or private group of companies who would like to go forward and support basic research?
Actually, it's not much in India. It's there actually, but not much in India. Okay, and we need that also. They can do that, but not much in India now.
Yes. So, we can put out a request. Let all the, private companies or the private individuals who are doing very well off to support basic research for the betterment of mankind, right?
Yeah, but see, the company also will think the same way. Okay, I'm giving like 50 lakhs. How much you will return me back? Okay, their thought also will be the same. Okay, but this kind of investment, only the government can do it.
On a large
Okay.
scale.
Yeah. Suppose if you have some idea for product, then we can approach company. And India in other way is my observation in last 20 years. My observation in India, company wants to take a well-designed formula for industry. Okay, they don't want to do any research for making a new company.
They want the final product.
Yeah, they need final product. Then they are ready to invest. But like innovative idea, and investing in that is not easy in India. For example, one of a scientist called Sendil, okay, he found out a small molecule. Okay, the small molecule is antibiotic. It's a imaginary molecule. Okay, it's an imaginary molecule. He gave the structure. He gave the reality. Okay, so the molecule he tested is working. And to test that molecule, whether it's working or not in human body, close to 1,000 crore they spent. Okay, very big project, 1,000 crore to check whether the molecule is working in a human body or not. Because the molecule may work, also the molecule may kill. So the molecule should be safe for us. Okay, so they tested the molecule with the help of European company. Okay, they invested 1,000 crore. Then they found it safe for human body. Okay, then now the chemical, now we can buy it in medical shop around the world. China started selling that chemical, and also India started in around the world. Many, they started selling this molecule. Now India is getting a lot of money. Per year they are getting close to 1,000 crore. But the question is, very beginning, who invested? We have to test that chemical. Who invested? European company invested. Otherwise, this fame. Okay, India, developed a molecule. Okay, to kill the bacterial diseases, to cure the bacterial diseases. Okay, we have such a fame. That happened. That was feasible only by European supporters. In India also, we have big, business people. Adani, Ambani, so many are we have. But who really interested? Okay, interest came from outside. That's a situation. We should change.
Yes, I get the sad reality. Yes, I understand, sir. And we wish that the right kind of people come forward to support the right kind of research. Now, sir, I'd like to ask you a secret.
Sure.
What is the secret of your smile? In spite of all the ups and downs, when you are explaining, when you are sharing and talking to us, there's a virtual smile, a continuous smile on your face, a very pleasant look on your face. How do you manage to keep all of that in spite of all the hardships and ups and downs that you've been facing till date? You still manage to smile and, have that charm on your face. What's the secret to that?
Actually, I'm emotional. Okay, I'm emotional. I'm sensitive. Okay, but all my emotion and the sensitive behavior I can show only with my family. Okay, so they know. Okay, so my the short temper or all, they know, but outside we have to control everything. Okay. Usually, it's a genetic. Usually, I have smiling face. Okay, but place and other place, we can't express freely. So always smile.
Yes, that's really nice. You have a lovely smile on your face, a continuous one. When people are talking to you, they can't find that aggression, that type of negativity. There's lots of positivity when you talk. We can see the peace and calm on your face. That's really nice. Now, sir, one more life skill. Now, apart from being a great professional in the field of science and biotechnology, etc., are you also good at cooking? Have you tried your hands at cooking? When you were during your bachelor days, did you learn cooking? Or when you were staying in the US for a certain period of time, you had to do your own cooking. So are you good at that too as well, sir?
I'm not really good in cooking. I can make dosa. I can prepare the material for dosa. And, for survival, I can cook. Okay. But I noted that the fantastic molecular biologist or fantastic cook. For example, my boss, my Professor Madhavan, can cook really well because he was in different country alone and he learned cooking. Okay. Also, he's a very good molecular biologist. Cooking and molecular biology is almost same. Okay. The proportion of chemical we are taking, the proportion of ingredient we are taking for cooking, and molecular biology and cooking almost same. But most of the molecular biologists are cooking well. I think I don't have much opportunity to learn cooking. Yeah. Thank you.
Very honest. You're very honest on that. That's really nice. Thank you for sharing, sir. Now, sir, before we sum up the session, I'd like you to give a message to all the youngsters, the young researchers, and the school students who really think of going into the field of research, wanting to transform the world, wanting to become innovators, wanting to become inventors, and all of that, discoverers, you could say. What is the message from from Dr. Professor Sudhakar Sivasubramanian? What is the message you'd love to give everybody, sir?
Okay, I personally feel India is very big country of youth. Okay, very big country with a lot of youth. Okay, powerful youth. I sometimes I was jealous how smart the boy is, how smart the girl is. Such a smart population we have more in India. Okay, but what happened? Till like 10th standard or 12th standard, they are really super talented people. Then after college, entering into the college, what happened? Why they become like normal people? Okay, that's question, I asked myself many times. The reason, I think they should focus. Okay, I want to do this. Okay, and the focus should persist for a long time. 30 years, 40 years, they have to work on the same direction. They should not deviate. Okay, many factors will deviate us. Okay, friends, marriage, children, their career, so much, diversion will come. So much force will push us to change our path. But if we stand on the same path for like 30 years, 40 years, even Nobel Prize is possible. Okay, Nobel is not like 1 or 2 years work. Okay, Nobel is a life. Okay, 30 years, 40 years, if a person can work on, then possible. Suppose with butterfly, if somebody work on butterfly for 40 years. Okay, from the 20 years onwards, if they work on butterfly on like 60 years, up to their 60 years of life, definitely they can will be in the top position in the world. Then Nobel or whatever, they will be really big shot. So if you're changing the field frequently, okay, then we are learner always. Okay, for example, you are working in a channel. Okay, tomorrow if you change your career as a teacher, okay, and then you are changes your career as a military personnel, you have to learn again and again and again. You have to learn. But as a channel person, if you persist in the same field for a long time, then you will be renowned. You'll be known around the world. Okay. Also, building a house, having a nice family, okay, is the target of many. That's a basic requirement. If you are human and on earth, yeah, home will be there for you. Yeah, spouse will be there for you. Okay. And then what else? So such a trigger we need. Okay. They have to work continuously. They have to acquire knowledge continuously for more than 40 years, 50 years. Then definitely they can achieve. Okay,
Thank
that's
you,
what
sir.
I think.
Yes, thank you, sir, for that lovely message. All I understand is you meant to focus on persistency, consistency in the field of that choice. If at all, it could be a butterfly, it could be any aspect they're interested. They have to contribute a lot of hard work for many years, not 1 or 2 years. They can't expect anything to, rise up and shine for them. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that may be a passion, that may be a hobby, but should be on one area.
Yes.
I can tell one example. Raja is a person. We can find him in Mahabalipuram, Chennai. Okay, he basically from Rameshwaram. Okay, and he collected shells.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he has more than 45,000 different type of shells. Now he has a museum.
Wow.
Indian Shell Museum. And any conference or any meeting on shell, Okay, he is the leader there. He has only 11th or 12th standard education, but he is well versed with all this, the shell and mollusk. He has very big knowledge. He is respected by many universities. He is respected by many leading scientists. Okay, can you can we
Yes,
understand the situation?
yes, sir.
Yeah. He invested a lot of time, like more than like 25, 30 years he invested. Okay, if you have a chance, you can visit that museum, Indian Shell Museum, Mahabalipuram.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing. And friends, here is another beautiful tourist attraction. It's in Mahabalipuram. You could really go to that beautiful place where sir has just suggested for all of us, you and me. Thank you, sir, very much. Looking forward to another interaction with you in the near future as well. It was a very interesting discussion with you. You've taken us into the next world. You know, we are always on the top, like getting to know about the surface, but you've taken us more deeper. You made us connect with the earthworms. You made us connect with autism. You made us connect with different aspects with regarding to research about the gender roles that are being, clarified today, that, men and women both are giving their very best and are shining in the world of research. And you heading the Department of Biotechnology, and you contributing and wanting, people to support research. As you said, the government should come forward and support research. You look forward and you're open to collaboration with the right kind of people. That's really nice. Now, sir, one last question that I'd like to pose. If given a chance, whose life you'd love to relive?
Say again.
If given a chance, as just as a task, if you were given a chance to relive somebody's life, whose life you'd love to relive?
Read the life. You want a biography?
It's like this. The question is, now we give you a time machine and ask you to click the button such that takes you into the past era, and you have to live somebody's life and come back just for
Okay.
some time. So whose
Okay.
life you
Okay.
would love to relive?
Okay. I want to meet my father.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah, he is very smart. He is a really service-based person. So I want to meet him again.
Yes, sir. That's really nice. Thank you so much for sharing your time. And we look forward to the second interaction with you very soon to share all the knowledge that you've acquired all through these years. Before we sum up, one last request. Could you share with us 3 magical words? Apart from please, sorry, and thank you, any 3 words as a gift to the International Fab Talks and all the viewers. Which
You
are the
need
3 words that you focused your journey through, lifelong journey that you've been focusing? Any 3 words that has made you who you are today? You could even share that as well with us.
Okay. Enjoy. Beautiful. Peaceful.
Excellent. Enjoy, beautiful, and peaceful. So enjoy. I could see you as a little kid enjoying yourself, and you're beautifully connected to the world of science and biotechnology and with Mother Nature, as you mentioned that. And that's really very nice to connect with you, get to know you as a person. You're a very interesting person. All I could say, there's much more to tap out from you. I'm sure in the next session, you'll share all of that with us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. My dear friends, it was a wonderful journey with Dr. Sudhakar Sivasubramanian, who joined us all the way from Tirunelveli, Tamilnadu, India. He has been sharing great insights into the profession he is into, research, etc. He's supporting both the boys and girls with regard to research and improving their skills in the science stream with regard to biotechnology. And this is what we want all of you to do, to support somebody, to guide somebody, to encourage somebody, and make this world a beautiful place. With this, we'd like to sign off from the International Fab Talks. If you like what we are doing on the Fab Talks, connecting with the right kind of people, bringing in the right kind of celebrities, the real heroes of our society, focused on truth, justice, and honesty, you could like, subscribe, comment, and share to the International Fab Talks. Signing off now. Take care of yourself and keep smiling.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.